One day, you're standing on the pitch at the Olympia Stadion in Berlin. Messi, Neymar, and Suarez embrace you as the confetti rains down, and you lift the Champions League trophy. It's the final golden spark of a historic treble. You're not just part of the team, you're in the starting elements. You've won it all. La Liga, Copa del Rey, the Champions League. You've played alongside legends, won 13 titles, and become part of one of the most unforgettable squads in Barcelona's storied history. Fast forward a few years, and now you're standing behind a customer service counter in a small French town, folding jerseys at a local Intersport store. The very same fans who once roared your name now approach sheepishly for a photo. Surprised to see you there at all. How does a footballer go from the heights of the Camp Nou to a quiet life behind a counter? This is the story of Jérémy Mathieu, a story of glory, downfall, personal choices, and the harsh reality that even legends can fall from grace. But before diving deeper, let's make something clear. Every honest job is respectable. Whether you're lifting trophies or stocking shelves, putting food on the table through hard work is always something to be proud of. And for those of us who've worked in shops, garages, or service roles, we know that these jobs build character. Still, there's something undeniably shocking about seeing a former top-tier athlete step away from football entirely and seemingly vanish from the spotlight. Born on October 29, 1983, in Luxeuil-les-Bains, France, Jérémy Mathieu had a relatively normal childhood. His father worked as a technical assistant for the French club Sochaux, so football was a central part of family life. But so was smoking. His family were regular tobacco users, and eventually, Jérémy picked up the habit too. Something that would shadow him throughout his career. He began his football journey at Sochaux, the same club his father worked for. Despite his smoking, he had impressive physical ability, tall, fast, and surprisingly agile. He was one of the few defenders known for dispossessing midfield maestros like Juninho Pernambucano. Mathieu wasn't just a rock at the back, he also knew how to launch deadly free kicks and deliver goals when least expected. What made him unique wasn't just his talent, but his attitude. He never dreamed of lifting the Ballon d'Or or playing for the biggest clubs. He was practical. When asked about future plans, he would often say, "As long as I'm being paid well, I'm fine staying here." It was a job more than a passion, and he made no effort to hide it. He spent time with Sochaux and then Toulouse, collecting a French league title along the way. Despite his off-field habit of smoking, his performance on the pitch remained stellar. But in 2009, his comfort zone was shaken. Valencia offered $6 million, and he moved to Spain. La Liga was faster and more competitive. He found himself competing against a young Jordi Alba for the left-back position. Injuries followed, and Alba eventually claimed the starting role. But instead of fading out, Mathieu found new life. Valencia's coaching staff moved him to central defense, a position better suited to his experience, physicality, and decreasing need to sprint up and down the flanks. He flourished, and before long, he became club captain. He had no plans of leaving Valencia. The club had become home, and there he could still sneak a smoke without too many complaints. But in 2014, something unexpected happened. FC Barcelona came calling. They needed a reliable backup centre-back, and Jordi Alba, now a mainstay at Barca, recommended his former teammate. The offer? 20 million, and Mathieu said no. Yes, he turned down Barcelona. He was 32 and felt comfortable where he was. He didn't want to be a bench warmer or deal with the pressure of the spotlight again. But Valencia urged him to accept. The club needed the money, and eventually he agreed. So, Mathieu arrived at Barcelona, not as a dream fulfilled, but as a professional completing a transaction. He was open with the media, talking honestly about his smoking and how critics should judge him only on his performances, and he did deliver. In 2015, during a crucial El Clasico, Mathieu rose to head in the winner, a goal that silenced the Bernabeu and stunned Cristiano Ronaldo. He continued to get minutes, even some responsibility with free kicks, and played a key role during the 2015 treble-winning campaign. Despite his reserved nature, he earned respect through grit and results. Still, life at Barca wasn't easy. Luis Enrique didn't ban his smoking, but asked him to avoid showing up to training smelling like cigarettes. This created tension with some of the stars in the locker room, and eventually, the harmony Mathieu once enjoyed began to fade. By 2017, after a costly error in a Champions League match against Juventus, the media turned on him. The smoking became the narrative. How could one of the world's biggest clubs rely on a 34-year-old who still smoked like a chimney? With pressure mounting, strained relationships, and a series of nagging injuries, he decided to leave. He claimed that by his final year, even Jordi Alba no longer spoke to him. Hurt and disillusioned, he signed for Sporting CP in Portugal. In Lisbon, he showed flashes of brilliance again, scoring from long-range free kicks and winning aerial battles. Cristiano Ronaldo, watching from the stands during international breaks, was often impressed. But Mathieu's troubles weren't over. In 2018, Sporting suffered a string of poor results, and a group of angry fans invaded the team's training facility. They attacked players and staff. Though Mathieu wasn't seriously hurt, the incident left a lasting impact. Combined with another injury, he retired in 2020. He stepped away from the public eye completely. Mathieu had earned approximately $29 million across his career. That figure didn't even account for endorsements or personal ventures. Naturally, fans assumed he was living comfortably in retirement. Until April 6, 2024, photos surfaced of Jérémy Mathieu working at an Intersport store in France, folding shirts and helping customers. Former Barca fans recognized him, asked for selfies, and were stunned to hear that he was working there to fund a coaching course. Rumors spread. Was he broke? Was he the owner of the store? Intersport clarified. He was simply an employee. The truth is, no one really knows what happened between 2020 and 2024. Was it bad investments, other habits besides smoking, poor financial management? Whatever the cause, the result was the same. A former European champion, now working a regular job to support his next dream. He didn't ask for pity. He didn't make excuses. He just quietly moved forward. From celebrating with Messi in Berlin to folding shirts in a small-town shop, Jérémy Mathieu's story is a powerful reminder. In football, fame is fleeting. Glory can fade. And unless players are prepared for life after the game, they can fall as quickly as they rose. But maybe this isn't a fall. Maybe it's a second act. He's now studying to become a coach. He wants back into the game, not as a star on the field, but as a mentor on the sidelines. And maybe that's where he was meant to be all along. If you found this story as surprising and eye-opening as we did, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe for more incredible football stories and share this video with your friends who still think footballers live in a fantasy forever. Sometimes the real world hits hard, and it hits fast. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.